Hi everyone, so I just thought I'd do a little vloggy style video. So it's currently the night after I've had the dreaded coil. Oh my goodness. So I don't want to scare anyone when I talk about it, but I genuinely didn't know how bad it would be when I had it. Like, I've had family members that have had it and said, oh, they didn't have any pain, but obviously they don't have endo, so I was like expecting something. Was not expecting what I went for at all. So I don't know why, for some reason they couldn't get the speculum to stay in, so I had like 3 different tries, and then got to stay in. They started, what did she say she did? She like nipped the tip of my womb, or she did, I don't know if she did something. Started measuring and everything, and then all of a sudden it just come out, and she had to do, the that part was really painful, and then she had to do it all again. So that was agonising, and I was in work the day before as well, so I'm always in pain the next day anyway. So of course I had pain on top of that anyway, and then she was like, are you okay? And I was just wriggling the chair after, because I was like, oh my god, this is so painful. And I literally come home, I was crying most of the day. I haven't moved from my bed. I literally only now can move positions comfortably. Like, I can even lay on my side. It just felt like it was wriggling. I don't know, it's probably just me, but yeah, it is, I'm not gonna lie, it is painful. But all I keep telling myself, sorry, my beard's really bad, Jaden's got COVID, so I can't go and get my beard done. Inconvenience, I know, but there we go. But if it means I'm in less pain, then obviously it's worth it. But sorry, I'm sitting like this, I got tensions, but now I'm gonna move in it myself. So yeah, so obviously if it doesn't help the pain, then obviously it's just so much worth it. So much worth it. I'm not even talking, oh, you know, I've drugged myself up so much today. I'm not even talking English now, but yeah, it'd be really worth it if it does help. So, and then I just had the thought hit me that I'd grab this taken out one day, so I'm just not going to try not to think about that day. But I will do, this is just my little quick vloggy part of the video, but I will do a full-on little story time and how I feel in a couple of days. I just wanted to do initial, like, first day. I was going to try and do like a little video in the nurse's officey place, and the nurses I had were so lovely, and they probably would have let me, but I was so stressed out it completely skipped my mind. So yeah, I wasn't nervous when I woke up today. I think I was just more being positive and thinking, oh come on, this might help now. So yeah, I just went with that. But the pain I'm having now is like, it does feel kind of like period pains or cramps, or like along my lower abdomen where I have my endo pains anyway. But at least with your endo pains, it's like a wave of pain. Well, mine's usually like a wave of pain, but this pain is just constant. She said that you wouldn't have bleeding, but I have had a little bit, but I don't think there's anything to worry about at the moment. But obviously I did do a little message on my Instagram to see if anyone would answer, but I never get any answers. I haven't got many followers, but there we go. I just wanted to know, like, if the pain I was having after was normal, because obviously if it's a severe level, then you need to go to the hospital and be seen, or see the doctor or whatever. But I've just been fighting it through. Trusty old heat map. Food. Well, trying to eat, because I felt so sick earlier. I was like, oh, I don't want anything, I just want to go to bed. I was just crying. So yeah, but it does feel a bit better now tonight, so fingers crossed in a couple of days when I do another little vloggy video, it'll be even better. I'll be feeling fab. Hi everyone, I'm just going to keep my hand there because the beard is getting real now. So it's now 24 hours after I've had the coil done. So today I'm, thank goodness, feeling a lot better. There's still the occasional cramp, but still if I sit in an awkward position I'll have a little bit of a shooting pain. That'll obviously all settle down. But in all reality, last night I seriously thought I'd be going up to the hospital and having to take it back out. It was really painful. I'm not going to downplay it or sugarcoat anything, because I really went into this blind. Like, I've had people, I don't know if I probably said this in the other clip, like I've had people say they've had it before and they didn't find it painful, they were okay. I don't know if they were just saying that to make me feel better, I don't know. But yeah, it was, I went in blind basically, having it done and seeing how it would react. And obviously having it done wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Having to have it done technically twice, I feel like, I don't know, I had one part put in and the other part, oh, I don't know, but it hurt, that's all I do know. And so yeah, I am feeling a lot better today. Endo pain is still really bad, but they did say it can take like up to a week I'm still gonna take my pill for a week now, and then after that the hormones and whatever should start kicking in. So I probably will do like little updates every now and then. Like I'm not going to post this video straight away. I'm going to do hopefully a comeback video first, just because I haven't posted for ages. I've filmed this before that video obviously, but yeah, so fingers crossed it's only up from here. I'm trying to stay as positive as I can, but not COVID wise. Hopefully that'll be gone soon so I can get this sorted out, because that's just a whole nother story. I'll probably talk about that in my other video, but I've started trying to get it waxed because I don't know if I've probably said before, I got a polycystic ovary, so it is real and it's embarrassing. So yeah, I had to leave it grow out just so I can have it waxed. And then I was having it done Friday, and that's when Jane tested positive, and I was like, you selfish bugger, now I've got to wait. Joking, obviously it's not his fault, but yeah, sorry, I'm blabbering on now. It feels like I haven't done a video for a while, so I'm just having a little chat. But the endo pain's quite bad today. The one thing I wasn't expecting from the Coil, my back pain was horrendous. Like I haven't had it properly bad since my op. Like obviously before my op, that was one of my biggest things I suffered with, but since my op it hasn't been too bad. It's been manageable, but last night and still today is really quite painful. But my heat mat has been my best friend, and just sitting on top of my painkillers at the moment. Like just now I took them at like 8:12 and then 4, yeah, it got to like 3:45 and I was like, oh okay, my painkillers are running out now, so I was just trying to stay on top of it. Excuse me, my hair. Yeah, I have not got the energy to wash it yet. So yeah, it's a lot better day today. Still the pain's there, and yeah, I don't know if it's just because though I had work Thursday night and it does kill me off for a couple of days. So when I went into my appointment I was hardly walking great, and then obviously after I literally could not walk. As the day got on, yesterday did get a little bit better. It settled down, and then I'd have this really like such a high wave of pain that I'd be like, oh my god, it's coming out. Like I felt like I was giving birth to it, or I don't know, I obviously sound really dramatic, but I was crying constantly, like, oh my god, I can't go for this anymore. I didn't know where to go to the hospital. I didn't know where to go to the doctors when that was still open, because as soon as I come home the pain was getting worse since they did it. Like you stay in the doctors for a little bit after they do it just to make sure you're okay, and they sat me up slowly and I had a drink because I was feeling a bit dizzy. But yeah, I don't know, I do feel better today though, so that's a positive. I'm trying to stay as positive as I can because I'm hoping this will give me the little bit of relief I need, because I'll probably say this in the other videos, in my update video, but I am going back to school in September, so I'm hoping I just get a tiny bit of relief so I can at least get school done and actually enjoy it instead of just dreading it every day. So yeah, I'll do another check-in in a couple of days. See you then. Say hi everyone, we're back. If you hear random noises, oh, it's him. I don't know what, oh, he just wants to dive on the table now. Sorry I haven't made a video for a little while. Shock yet again. Things have just been quite bad at the moment, so I've just been trying to chill out as much as I can. Not that that's the easiest. My little light on my crystal, sorry, I feel like Mystic Meg. I actually bought tarot cards that say Mystic Meg, so joke's on me really. But I just, oh, I'm in the face. I just thought I'd try and make today's video a bit about my Coil experience. So it might be a bit choppy here, there and everywhere, because I did do some vlogs. Oh, I did do some vlogs in the beginning of like the day I had it, the day after, things like that. So I had it in the end of July, so we're now at the end-ish of October, so I had it 4 months ago. I don't know, actually I might show you the other parts first and then go back to how I'm feeling now, because I don't want to mess up the timeline kind of thing. So how I went about having it was, I had my surgery, as you will know hopefully from my videos, in February, and I didn't have any relief from my surgery at all, like a little bit if any. So I saw my pain nurse in, I can't remember when I actually saw her, but she suggested, oh, I'm just going to have to put Teddy down because he's not enjoying life. Yeah, sorry. So I had my appointment with my pain nurse, and she suggested seeing a nutritionist, which I can't currently do because she's not taking any new clients. So that's something I'm looking into myself, what supplements I need to be taking, what sort of diet I should be on. That's actually something I'm going to be planning after this video, what sort of things I should be eating, what supplements to be taking. If that's a video you're interested in, I'll probably do it anyway, but if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Might do like a, I don't know, I feel like doing a live video I can just chat a load of rubbish and not have to worry about it. No, I'm joking, I don't think I am, but still. Yeah, so that's something else I've got to do. I can keep on getting off track today. What was the other thing she suggested? I want to say it was my beverage. No, naproxen. I've been back on naproxen. Haven't noticed a difference, to be honest, with that. So at the moment I'm just on gabapentin, naproxen, omeprazole, cocodamol. Did I say mebeverine? I don't know. But I'm not on like loads of painkillers, but at the moment it's just not touching the sides. So I think I'm going to be having an appointment with her soon. I'm going into too much detail now because I'm not meant to be doing about that. Sorry, right. So the other thing she suggested was the Mirena Coil. So most people have this put in during surgery because it is so painful for girls with endo. But that wasn't an option for me. So I booked it in with my doctors. Thank goodness, the way things are, I was able to get it quite quick. I'm going to see how much I talk about in the other ones because I think I just was like, hi, I'm okay. But oh my goodness, I don't want to make this video to scare anyone, but when I went into it, I wish I had more insight of what it was like because I wasn't prepared at all. So my mum had it and she was like, oh, it's fine, you'll be okay. And I had it and it was the most dramatic thing in my life. I really don't want to sound dramatic, but oh my god, like obviously with endo you're used to pain anyway, especially in that area. I think it made it worse because I had trouble doing mine. So apparently I have a tilted womb and my womb's really high up, so they couldn't get the thing to like stay, that's really graphic, sorry, couldn't get the thing to stay in to put the coil in. So I'm trying to get as PG as I can. I really should put some powder on, I'm boiling today. Yeah, so it was a bit of a struggle to the point there was like a student nurse in there, she had to hold my hand. I wasn't crying or anything, I was just feeling rubbish. But rewatching those videos back, not gonna lie, nearly had a little cry because I was so positive in the beginning. I was so like, yes, it's gonna work, let's do this. It's still too early, I know. It was what, 4 months ago now I've had it done, so I've still got time to settle, but I'm still having an awful lot of issues. My pain is only getting worse. I didn't mention it much in the other videos, but I had quite heavy bleeding after my coil for at least a month, and then if not, it lingered until my, when did I have a checkup? Is it 2 months? I think you have a checkup after like 2 months, but I was still bleeding then, but it like just started calming down. Like it was just like the nurse called it nuisance bleeding. It was like that. I'm really going to try not to say all the time because it's driving me insane. But these are together. I felt a lot of scraping. I'm not saying this to frighten anyone, but I think it was just where I had issues with my womb being high up and tilted and stuff like that. I did have a lot of scraping. It's now 4 months after. I do still have some scraping, so if I sit up too high, this is why I'm quite slouching quite a bit now because I'm more comfortable. But if I sit up too high, I can feel it sort of moving and scraping. But in the beginning, that was constant, like to the point I'd move my legs, I could feel it scraping. I'd walk and it'd scrape. I'd move a certain way, it'd scrape, and it was just horrendous. But the nurse said that should calm down over time, and it was just especially because they said I had issues with having it in, and she said it probably was it wiggling around trying to set. I don't know why this is flickering because in real life it just changes colour and it's kind of like freaking me out. I don't need to think I've got some tacky light. It's not tacky, it looks cool, okay. Anyway, very protective over my lights and my crystals. It's just an MSL. But yeah, she said it could take a while for it to settle under the circumstances. So I am still dealing with that. I just try and not sit up too high, just slouch back. It does catch me off guard quite a lot. The bleeding's completely stopped. That's stopped now for at least 2 months, I want to say. When I saw the nurse, it stopped. I have some random like nuisance bleeding, like she called it, but it's hardly anything compared to what it was. But I wasn't prepared for that, because when I asked the nurse, I gave her like, you know, my little situation, told her what's going on, and she said no, you shouldn't have any bleeding at all. And then I was quite shocked when I did, so I'm just putting that out there just so everyone knows. Another little update in an update, when I mentioned I had school back in September, still not back in school, we won't even go there. But yeah, so haven't had to, I look like half my makeup's rubbing off. I haven't had to deal with that just yet, but hopefully that will be soon, in a way. Not that I'm feeling better, but I just need to get over and done with, because everyone knows the stress makes it worse, and the more stressed I am, the more pain I'm in. But yeah, so I am now, what, 4 months after the coil. Why does this happen every time? I swear, no one ever rings our house phone. It's only the 2 times I've been filming. They're like, oh yeah, just ring now. Bloody scammers. Yeah, so coil wise, things have definitely settled down. Like, I am still dealing with the occasional scraping, but not half as much as I was. No bleeding, but endo wise, things have definitely amped up, if I can say that. I get new symptoms near enough every day, every week. It's feeling like I'm having a lot more bowel flare-ups, to the point the urgency is like, I was in the middle of pets at home the other day, and I couldn't even stand up. I was in that much pain, I just had to rush home. And then it's like you're constipated, then you have diarrhea. It's like, sorry, a bit gross to be talking about that on the internet, but keeping it real. But it's so frustrating, because you don't know whether you're coming or going, and it's just, oh, painful. And you get like a hot wave all over you. I was literally, no one was home, I was just sat on the toilet for an hour crying to myself, because I was just in so much pain I couldn't move. So that's life. My chest is definitely gotten worse since my op. I don't know if it's aggravated or what, but sorry, this is meant to be a coil update, but it's just a bit all mixed in, really. I normally have my pain like up here through my chest, and it feels like someone's sitting on my chest. I yawn, it pulls. I sneeze, it pulls. I breathe, it pulls. I can, like, see, it just pulled down. I can't breathe too deep. If I do, I can feel it. It takes my breath away quite a lot, and I sound like I'm out of breath all the time. Quite often, I feel like, more than I normally would. And I also feel pulling on my ribs as well. So things are definitely getting worse. Last night I did think I was going to have A&E, but the thought of it, I was like, absolutely not. So I just stayed in bed, because I used to go quite often anyway, so I try not to worry. But one day I'm worried that if I don't go, it's going to be something more serious, because it was in my right ovary. It felt like really, really heavy, and something was like, it just felt like really heavy, and like it was flipping and twisting. It was just horrendous. I was just scream crying, couldn't stand, couldn't walk. But it's been constant something this week now, I feel like. Just constant cramps, not calming down. Painkillers not touching it. If I haven't got that, the chest pain's bad. If I haven't got that, my stomach, like my bowel situation's bad. If I haven't got that, I got a migraine. And if I haven't, I know every time I never charge, it's light enough. And if I haven't got that, I'm having, like the other day, I thought, I'm having an okay day today, but I was just so down. Like, I've got school stuff really stressing me out. I'm just so fed up with all this pain situation. It's just driving me insane now. And of course, I'm on my own quite a lot lately, because Jaden's working quite a bit. I don't want to inconvenience people, so I just sort of stay on my own in my flat. I do go out quite a bit with my mum, but I don't do that every day, because then I end up doing too much. So I'm trying to make myself rest. But then the more I find I'm sat on my own, the more I'm in my brain. So I'm trying to keep myself busy doing stuff. But yeah, it's hard. But I don't want to sound like I'm on here moaning. It's nice to get it out for me, yeah, obviously. But I don't want to sound like I'm just on here having a rant. It's more so, if you feel like you're going through this, just know you're not alone, and you can always message me, because we can cry together, you know. That's sometimes what you need. So yeah, but I didn't want this video to just be about my coil experience, because obviously at the moment I haven't really got too much to say, because it's still early days. But I'm on, they probably got it, well, they have got it for every area. I look like a right little old lady, because I put it on my tablet, so I look like I just need to read it on here. But I am a part of, on Facebook, South Wales Endometriosis UK support group. And I've probably mentioned it before, you put questions online, and girls with endo, or like the nurse for that area or whatever, can comment and give you help. Now before I had my Coil, there was hardly anything about coils on there, and then as soon as I had my Coil, there's loads on there. So when I first started looking, everything I saw was bad, and I thought, oh great, here we go, now I've just had it done. I was all, like, as you saw in the other clips, I was all positive, perky, like, oh, it's gonna be fab, and I was sort of seeing all these negative ones. I thought, oh god, what have I got myself in for? But now looking back, there's quite a few more positive ones on there as well. So a lot of girls are saying, right, where did I see it? Yeah, they all said about the cramping. So for me, the cramping was like a deep, heavy, horrible period pain, but it did not stop for like at least 24 hours. No matter if you moved, if you took painkillers, anything, it was just there, and there was nothing you could do. I did have, like I said, I kept my cocodamols and my heat mat and just lay there, like, you just don't do anything after you've had it done. I nearly had to work, so thank goodness I didn't. It would have been horrendous if I had to work after that. But yeah, definitely keep on top of those things. Oh, sorry. And it is normal for that to happen, and it is painful going in as well. Like, obviously pain with intercourse and things like that is painful in that area anyway, so you want to think like speculum, like, I know it's only a small coil, but they put it in like a machine thing. I did actually really look, I just looked at the ceiling and was like like hyperventilating. No, I'm joking. I don't think I am joking, but that's basically what I did. Yeah, a lot of people had it done under anaesthetic, so that's what it kind of shows you how painful it is. So if you are having a surgery coming up and you've been recommended the Coil, definitely ask if you can have it done while you're under general, because I totally wish I did now, because I didn't even know that was an option. But some people are saying they've had no periods at all now, not even spotting, and the pain's almost gone, so that would be amazing. And obviously endo affects people in different ways. It can just be bad periods, bad period pain. For some people, obviously, like for me instance, it is everyday pain. It doesn't matter where I am in my cycle. Obviously things get worse in certain parts of the cycle, but things are always bad. That sounds like a really Debbie Downer, but that is just the truth. But some people, this is like a saving grace. So if you are just having period, well, either way, like, you know, so I'm cutting myself off here, and but either way, it's worth a shot. I feel like there is like some scaremongering on there, like someone put something about copper toxicity, but that's not a thing, because the Mirena Coil isn't actually copper. I think the IUD one is copper, but I'm not going to go into that because I'm not a scientist. I don't know. I don't feel qualified to tell you things like that. Your nurse will go through all the risks with you when you book the appointment. So there's the risk of like perforation, rejection, like your body can just reject it, which I gotta be honest, that's how it felt like for me in the beginning. My body was doing, because there was just so much pain and it just felt like it was moving. But I think it's just where it's settling and finding its place, you know. It did feel like I was gonna like go to the loo and it was gonna come out, but it didn't. But that can happen. Like a girl has put on here, it did happen to her. But the thing is, there's risks with everything you do. Like even with surgery, obviously they gotta go through all the risks. It's just more to cover themselves if something does happen. But there's like, obviously perforating your room is the worst thing that could happen, but there's nothing. I don't want to dwell on the bad things. I feel like I am, so I'm just gonna skip past that. But yeah, loads of girls have said, where's the bit I saw? Yeah, the best thing I've ever done, regardless of pain. I used to bleed continuously and really had a break in between bleeding. I've not had a period since I've had it fitted, and she's had it for like 3 years now. But everyone is saying the same thing. It is really, really painful having it put in. So if you can have it during your laparoscopy, then that's great. You still will get the cramping obviously after, and some people saying they're having light bleeding. But obviously you got to think, I had bleeding for quite a while with my laparoscopy after. I don't want to say after. So it could be bleeding from the laparoscopy or the Coil or both, obviously, so just bear that in mind. Yeah, so saying it's definitely reduced their flares, less bleeding. But yeah, like she said, she's not sure if it's because of the excision or the Coil or both of them working together. But I feel like one of the endo's just one of those things, like, well, I'm like 6 years into the pain now, and it gets to a point you're like, pass it on, I'll try whatever. It sounds awful. Like, I think of all the painkillers I've taken and all the effects they might have on me in the future, but if it means I can live my life now, I'll deal with it then. That sounds really messed up, but at the minute, I'm 23, I have no life, I'm in absolute agony. If I had something now that helped, I'd be like, yeah, great, fine, so I can actually live my life, and I'll deal with it when that time comes, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's getting a bit dark now. I'll swap. Something I haven't thought about actually is side effects. So a lot of people are saying they have like hormonal side effects. Now it's hard because I'm quite a moody cow. Not that I try not to be, but when you're in agony and when it's your everyday day-to-day life, and obviously with endo anyway and with PCOS anyway, you have hormones that are crazy basically. I don't know, that's just my take on it. I'm not a scientist like I keep saying, but it's obviously hormone imbalance or wherever it is that's going on in your body, so it does give you mood swings anyway. But now I think back, maybe I am a bit more moody now. I try not to be, but it's hard. I think it's multiple things played into it. I think it's the whole school stressful situation. I think I've had a lot on my plate lately, just lots going on. I feel like I haven't had time to rest. What was the other thing I was going to say? And that was it. And obviously the fact that my pain's getting worse and I'm getting more and more done and like tired of it, that it's going to affect your mood anyway. So it's quite hard to pinpoint it really. It could be multiple different things, but I haven't really looked into side effects. But a lot of people are saying that it's helped their migraines. And now I think of it, I don't know if it's coincidence, but I have had less already. I used to have at least 2-3 a week, and I think I've had like 1 a week now, so I'll take that. I'm happy with that, because obviously at one point I was suffering quite a lot with chemical migraines, but I know when it's them because nothing you can do will get rid of it, and that's just from taking too many painkillers because your body like starts to rely on it and expects it. So I try to take not as many painkillers to help my body, but then my brain don't like it, kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, it's a bit rubbish. But yeah, I don't know if that's why, or I don't know if I'm doing something different. Well, I'm not really doing anything different, because my diet at the minute is quite shocking. Like, I think where I'm just so down, I'm not really thinking about what I'm putting into my body. I'm still going out every day with Teddy at least twice a day. Sorry if it's quite smoky in here. I just realised I've got my incense on and my flat looks like it's smoky. Sorry, I swear I'm like so distracted all the time. But yeah, I constantly want like fizzy drinks, and if I do feel a headache brewing, I need sugar. So I'm a cow for chocolate, as I've probably said before, and like sweet Coke lately. That's all I want. Like, I used to drink diet stuff, and since having COVID, I think it was the second time, because oh yeah, on that video I forgot to say, after Jaden had it, I had it again. I was like, I'm gonna kill him, because I had it last October, and I noticed I might do a video, and I can't remember, I think I said I was going to, but I don't know, because it feels like ages ago now. I had, my endo symptoms were a lot worse when I had COVID the first time, and then Jaden had it when I did that Coil vlog, and then I caught it. So I was like, for God's sake. I was hoping, because I already had it, that I wouldn't have got it, because he didn't catch it the first time. But yeah, I think it's just my immune system's low, because I was low. But I'm on my 4th jab now, so fingers crossed that's not going to be an issue, but who knows at this rate. But yeah, that definitely made the pain worse as well, but that did change my taste. So after, there's like certain things I just could not eat. Before, I went off tuna for ages, I used to love it, and now I'm back on it. Before it, I used to only drink like Pepsi Max or like diet drink, like diet pop, and that like lemonade and stuff, and now I have to have full sugar, which is awful, I know, but I don't know what it is. It's really weird. But I am now going to be looking into changing my diet. So I'm not going to buy fizzy drinks. I'll just buy things Jaden likes, because I don't expect him to do it with me. Make him hide his chocolate. No, I'm still going to let myself have some things. But on the endo diet, it's quite difficult, because it says like sugar can affect the lesions and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to say things now because I sound like I'm lying. Not lying. I don't want to sound like I'm not being truthful. But from what I've read, there is a lady on Instagram called Endometriosis Dietitian. She's really fab, She does some free trials and stuff, so I might try and do one of them with her. But she says like your body breaks things down different when you have endo, so it breaks the sugars down different, and it can like cause it to, I don't know if it causes it to grow, I don't want to say that just in case, I think obviously the hormones cause it to grow, but there's things that can aggravate it basically is what I'm trying to get. Like caffeine I know aggravates it, and the ends, I don't know if that's more IBS, so this is the awkward thing, it's never just one thing with endo, because I've got endo, IBS and PCOS. So yeah, it's just trying to find something that doesn't aggravate me. I'm not doing FODMAP again because I was an absolute palaver. But I need to try and, I think I'm going to try to make gluten, dairy, what was it? Gluten, dairy, red meat, sugar. There's loads of stuff. So I might just start slow and try and do that. But yeah, it is really hard because especially now it's like October, I was full of birthdays. And I got November and then it's Christmas basically in my eyes. So it's gonna be hard, but I think if I just try and do it really good now, let myself have like a week around Christmas time maybe, or 2 weeks, because I might be going on holiday, fingers crossed, and then get back to it in the new year. But definitely gonna try and count my calories, keep on top of that, because obviously exercise is really difficult with endo. So I do walk Ted every day, at least once or twice a day. Maybe sometimes we don't go far because I can't physically walk. That still affects me quite a lot, having to use wheelchairs and things like that, if you saw that post on my Instagram. But sometimes I'm just like, well, bugger it, if it means I get out, so it shouldn't matter. But yeah, I'm trying to walk as much as I can just to keep me moving. I am gonna, actually after this, I'm gonna do my yoga, which it just stretches everything out, because I just feel like I was only sat in, I had like training in work for half an hour earlier, don't even go there, but it was just so uncomfortable because I just felt like I was stuck together the whole time. So it just feels like you need to stretch sometimes. I mean, that feeling's horrible when it pings off, but it is better for you in the long run. So things like that, I could do a video of what I do. I don't know, I might not do that because that's a bit cringe, but or show on Instagram maybe what I've done, like my yoga stuff. And yeah, just trying to focus on looking after myself, because yeah, I look after myself, trying to make sure I rest. Not that I do rest, because even now today I'm meant to be resting. I've done my housework, I'm doing something all the time, but the way I am in my head lately, I'm more like, right, I've got to keep myself busy because I'm too down to think, so sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, so I say. But yeah, definitely I'll make a video on that, maybe like what I'm doing health sort of wise. So I'm just going to try and maybe limit myself to one sugary drink a day, with my food or something, and have water all day, because I definitely don't drink enough at all. And then I can't say I eat loads, it's more so I won't have breakfast, I'll maybe have lunch, and then I'll have my evening meal with Jaden or whoever, like if I'm going out, I don't know, like tonight now, it's a Friday, so most Fridays I go with mum and dad's for a Chinese or Indian, I'm like, but maybe that's my one treat of the week. I could do it like that, you've still got to enjoy life, but this is the problem, me and Jaden got massive sweet tooth, God, shut up. Sorry, it's the brain fog now, but yeah, so after our tea, we'll give it like an hour or so and then be like, right, what chocolate are we having? What sweets are we having? So that's why I probably gotta stop, because I have had like a Haribo's a couple of times and I have had pain after, so I don't know if it's the sugar or what. But yeah, it's just thinking about what certain things I shouldn't have. Like there's some things I know aggravate the pain worse, but some things I don't really know because I'm in pain anyway. So it is hard to find out, but I do definitely need to watch what I'm eating more, so I'll try and bring you along that journey with me. Fingers crossed I stick to it, because I used to be really strict and stick to it, but now I'm like, oh, what's the point, I'm in pain anyway, I'll eat what I want. That's the mindset I'm in, so I'm trying to change that a bit. I think I've blabbed on enough and said enough, so I'm really sorry for you for that. I don't think there's anything else to add. So yeah, just from like, if you wanted to look up your local area on Facebook for a support group, definitely look through their comments and their recommendations. Like when I looked, a lot of them were bad. Like they said it was horrendous going in, they didn't have any help from it, they just carried on bleeding, they'd had to have it taken out. And yeah, you know, you expect it. Things don't work for everyone. Nothing. If everything worked for everyone, we'd all be living in peace. But obviously things don't work like that. So it's just you got trial and error basically. But yeah, it's nice to see some of the good stories as well to keep you going, to make you think, oh, come on, I can do this. Hi everyone, I'm currently in Tenerife. I'm doing like a little travel vloggy thing, but I was editing the video you're watching now while I was sunbathing today, and I thought, you know what, that was literally ages ago. It was the end of October and now a week until Christmas, and things still haven't really changed, if I'm honest. I still get quite a lot of scraping, on and off bleeding, nothing crazy. It's just like I said, the nuisance bleeding, but nothing wild, but it's still there and annoying. I still can't sit up too much because it scrapes. My other symptoms still no different, still not going to school. It's just a lot going on, but yeah, that's my little update. I know the coil is amazing for some people, but at the moment I'm not too sure. But it'll be 6 months after Christmas, I think, so I'm gonna give it until then. And I'm definitely thinking going back to see my pain nurse. Well, it's either or, because I got paid for my pain nurse because she's not included, so it'll probably be Dr. Pankiff, to be honest, because I'm thinking I might need another surgery. Sorry, I'm moving around all everywhere, but in my babies. Yeah, so I'm thinking to see Dr. Pankiff because I might have to have another surgery, because it's not it, girls. This is not it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry, it was very rambly. I was watching the whole thing thinking, oh my god, Courtney, shut up. So, very sorry, and I'm doing it again now. But thank you for watching, and I shall see you on my travel vlog. Thank you.